What is up, you guys? Exchange Interactive here, back with yet another video. So in this one, we're going to be going over some of the stuff that I was working on last week, which was the command center and getting more buildings for that command center so the player can place more stuff, as well as fixing the money system. So up here I've increased it to 5,000. Each building at the moment it costs the same. So it's 1,000 for each building, and then you sell it and it gives you 50% of the original price of the building. So as you can see here, it's coming along nicely, but will need a lot of work. And you know, as you can see, eventually if you continue to keep placing these buildings down, you will run out of money. So that is going to be my next venture, is to get it where it is able to get money. We're able to get money properly, and make it where if you don't have enough money, you can't place it. Because as you can see, you can still place it if you have enough money. If you don't have enough money, which needs to be fixed, so that is another thing that needs to be checked. So, and a lot of this right here are just buttons, so I have to fix it up. So when it's not enough money, it triggers it in the system to not work. Then outside of that, probably adding scrap into the game, because at the moment there is no way to make this money go up where you can actually looks like we're getting attacked somewhere, or somebody's fighting somebody. Somebody's fighting, it's not us. Where you can, you know, begin to build as much as you want. So I'll be adding a new currency, probably scrap into the game. Right, like right now it's 0 right now. I don't know what I did to make it 0, but if I do that, it goes back to 50, which it should be 0. You know, you don't have any money to build anything. So all the buildings that you have sold, you know, that's how you would get some of your money back in this situation. But you wouldn't be able to build much with that. So adding in a proper way of getting money will be essential. And though eventually I want, I believe it's this building. Yeah, the surprise shack. And what's this? That's a fusion node. What about this? Is that it? Still the fusion core. That doesn't look right. I believe this is supposed to be something else. What's this? Yep. So I want to have this where in Command and Conquer it drops or creates money, or you know, you can create money through it, you know, creating resources out of nothing or something like that. And then with this, you know, just like in Command and Conquer, you place it near or tell the units that it creates to go and find the money throughout the map. So that's a lot of work and a lot of thought that I'm having to put into it to get it to function properly. And as you can see on the map, the dots for these are real small. So I'm wondering, if I were to remove all these, will all these dots be small? And I feel like that is going to be the answer to that. We got a whole horde of robots coming after us. They ain't disappeared. They have disappeared. Are they right here? It must be. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I want to do something real quick while I'm here, because I don't know. I'm not really had enough. I'm not aggravated, but I want to fix something so it is easy to see things, because this is something that does need to be fixed. So we're gonna go with purple. Okay, and then we're gonna do I've been made materials and I don't know how long. So my plan is to fix this right here, which is the out of the script, to fix the actual units, where you know which units are yours and which ones are the enemy according to the color. So right now I'm just getting the basic faction colors, which is purple, red, blue, and green. And I'm gonna attach it to each and every unit, and then I'm gonna play it again and see how it looks. And this should at least help me, because having all these units completely white, no color, no nothing. I've been saying I've been wanting to fix it, or just make it a little easier for me on my eyes, and just knowing who is who, because while playing this, it is nice to be able to know that your little group is winning. So yeah, so let me go to the prefabs, faction base, zombies, and robots. Okay, and then colors, cube, and then materials, and these are robots. Okay, so I'm just gonna work on the zombies and the robots, just for the simple reason is they are the only ones that actually move at the moment. I I haven't really hooked up the army. Yeah, I'm sorting out my thoughts as I'm thinking, so I'm sorry. I haven't fixed the other faction, which are the soldiers. So they have actual moving units on the board, but eventually they will. Their moving units are tanks at the moment. I do want to add ground units, actual like two-legged ground units of some kind, but I'm unsure on what they should be. But as time goes by, I do come up with decent ideas on what they should be and put it into the game. But let me see. Zombies. Cute. Let me just do this one since it wants to act funny, because I don't have the main it's not on the main thing. There we go. Materials, and then we're gonna put you as purple, and then the survivors, we're gonna do the survivor as blue, and we're gonna play it, and then we're gonna see all of the different beautiful colors that we have selected, hopefully, and I don't see why not. Here you go. Until we actually get units on there and faction colors enabled on the units, where you can tell what, they have an individual color to them. So all these units should be spawning a little bit. We're just really looking at these guys, but that's what I wanted to show you guys. I want to show you that I had started. Yeah, there they are, all beautiful blue. We had started and pretty much got a basis on the command center, how it works, how I want it to be done, and the final parts of where we're beginning to go to, making sure that, if you have enough, then you can place the building. If you don't have enough, then you can't place it. Next parts, of course, are going to be putting down a physical way to make money, or where they can get money, and start to build that up so the commanders can play the game. No, as long as they have their stuff settled, where they got money and everything coming in, then they're good. So from what I'm seeing, no one, that you shouldn't be able to do that. But I'm getting rid of that whole system anyway. That was the old update, update system. So it'll come up with this little button. You can sell it and buy it, and all that right here. But I'm removing that in favor of the commander, the command center, and being able to place your own buildings. So now they're all pretty blue, light blue, teal, whatever you want to call it, crayon. They're this beautiful blue color. So now we eventually should be getting Eater. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on. I didn't see anything over here, and I'm in the wrong menu. So someone got attacked because they dropping gold. I can't wait to fix that, because currently right now all the units, that's how the money is being made, through all the units. The units drop the money. Now that was the initial idea, but now I'm going to have to remove all that. So, and that's fine. I've been learning all this, and I create a decent version, my version, and now I'm creating this version that will no longer have a lot of that stuff built in. A lot of it will come from other sources. But I'm thinking about either keeping the code inside the system and just removing it from the units. But if anything, we're going to be working on fixing the buttons if possible. In the short time span that I have right now, fixing the buttons where if you have them right amount of money, it allows you to place it. If you don't, you can't place any buildings. The next thing would be actual physical money, or something that a unit or something can pick up and get with throughout the map or in the map. I don't know if I want to have it where it respawns, or either it is a renewable resource, and once it's gone, it's gone. You better have another way of making money. You know, like some type of or oil place or something that creates money that you can take over or can be destroyed. So really honing in that limited resources, the game can't last forever situation. And I think that's definitely what we need right here. A game that can't last forever. So the games don't have to be long; they can be as short as possible, if the players so wish it to be. But we're getting real close. We haven't been attacked yet, as you can see. None of the other two factions are attacking us. I'm assuming that they're attacking each other right now because I have yet to see anybody. I have full forces like in two areas. I have them right over here just in case they do come from this side, but I don't really see that happening. I always, they always come from their, sense of direction of, or where their base is usually, which is, it's always in the same spot at the moment. So, I'm expecting them to come from that direction and not like from over here or whatever. Let's see. I'm really curious now. See who's fighting whom. I'm assuming that the zombies are over there getting destroyed by the robots right now. So I see this right here, which I believe that's a zombie right there, but they're moving. You know what? Let's try it again. I don't mind playing it one more time or a few times to see if we get attacked and by whom, and making sure that their colors are correct. They should be. But eventually, like I said, making it where the enemy AI uses the build system so they can build out their base, and depending on how fast you go, how fast they go, whoever ends up getting enough units to go and attack will be probably the first people to go and attack someone else. Because at the moment, it's going off the basis that it can find units, and when it finds the units that it can control, it moves them to the control points, and that's not bad. So once getting the stuff that I have working, then it should all turn out as intended. So I don't see any enemies, but okay. Found yeah, and I also need to fix the fog of war situation. Okay, now we know these are robots. I can tell the difference between my units and these units. Yeah, I need to definitely fix fog of war because they can see each other, but the camera can't see nothing, and that's bad for me because if I'm trying to make sure that my team is trying to get all of the units, they're not going to be able to see them, or I'm not going to be able to see them to attack them to direct my units. So that's another problem. And I'm pretty sure if you guys have even been watching my videos, you've seen that situation and that problem show up many times, and I've just ignored it. But this is definitely a problem that I intend to fix. But that's something that I intend to fix once I get more of the command center complete and everything that it does for our system. So, um, saying all that to say is that um, I want if y'all have any questions about anything, hit me up on Discord. If you're not joined our Discord server, please consider joining it through our link down in the description. If you guys have any questions, and you think it's pretty simple, or just want to, say a little bit, the comments are always open. If you liked it, put a like on it. And if anything, I'll see you guys in the next one.